All right. Peace and blessings, everyone, and light. Here I'm coming with another video. So I've added 2 other books. These 2 books was actually given to me by a very good friend of mine. She gave me these 2 books. As a Man Thinketh, all right, by James Allen, and this right here is pretty good. The Minute Motivators for Leaders, very good. And I'm going to read from here. So, as a man thinketh, and Minute Motivators for Leaders, 2 good books. Check them out. All right. So, where are we going to read from this time? So, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Oh, man. I think this is a good one. Number 13. I like this, too. So, let's go to 8. All right. See if I can get a good focus in here. All right. So... Law number 8, preserve life at all costs. Don't waste bullets. All right. Fight only. Real bad focus, y'all. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Fight only when necessary. Show force only when it's needed. You become weak when you always use your strength. Punishment does not mean death. Crush your enemies only if they will never accept peace. Never use a show of force unnecessarily, and never show your weapons. There is only one time when you are justified to endanger the light and life of someone else, and that is when the dark action of someone else put your life and light within an inch of being no more. And even then, death should not be the aim. Love everyone to the point where you have nothing but respect for their life and presence on earth. There are many ways to take your opponent out without the use of deadly force. Even more so, the use of a gun for reasons other than war is unmanly. In this regard, one should never bully another. All right. Let me just keep it focused there for a minute so you can read, just look at it. Being a veteran, and I'm not gonna really talk about my last deployment, but when you look at some of the things the U.S. have, our Department of Defense have taken part in, were they necessary? Okay, were they necessary? If you basically had to live a life of nothing but constant violence and constant threat, you always going to use your strength all the time. But at some point, you're going to be in a safe place, and you're going to have to learn how to put your guard down. But know when to have discernment to when it's time to fight. And you always seek peace, and you never seek to end anybody's life, But, there's just times when, you have to protect yourself and your family. But, this is about preserving life at all costs. Don't waste bullets. All right. So let's go to the next. Let's see which one I wanted to read. All right. And this one right here, which goes with what we just read. All right. Law number 13. Know yourself and your enemies. Learn both your ways and their ways. Discover your upper and lower limits. Lesson 13. One of the greatest miscalculations of man is to believe that he has no enemies. For he who has no enemies apparently is doing nothing, has nothing, and aspires to be nothing. At all costs, you should avoid the company of those who do not wish you well. Unfortunately, this is not always possible. Therefore, minimal contact will suffice. In the event that you must be in the same room with your enemies, elevate your tolerance of their snide comments, remarks, and sometimes blatant disrespect. Disregard it. You should be well prepared in dealing with their ways already. You should also be even more aware of yourself and how well you handle these situations. Flight or fight instincts typically surface, but fighting must always be a last resort. Choose to flee instead. The flatness of the earth provides you with much terrain and many places to find yourself. Also, you should not preoccupy yourself with the possibility of gaining the friendship of these people either. Seldom will you get it, and if you do, be wary of it. A sage once gave this parable of a young man in a dilemma. The young man had received a hat given to him by his late father. He really liked that hat, but when he wore it, his friends mocked him. He came to the old sage and said, "If I wear it, they will mock me. But if I don't wear it, I will feel like I have given into their mocking. The sage responded, "Well, it sounds to me that if you wear it or if you don't, you are doing it for them. Take this lesson and remember, take this lesson and remember, exhausting yourself mentally about your enemy serves to your detriment. It requires too much energy and too much time. Energy you should be using for the light. Do this instead. Act as if you don't see them, but know that they are there. Give them the same respect you would give anyone, but watch them, learn them, and study them." All right. So that's law number 13. Know yourself and your enemies. Learn both your ways and their ways. Discover your upper and your lower lights. And law number 8. Okay, law number 8. Preserve all life at all costs. Don't waste bullets. These two laws do go together so that you can make right judgment. All right, peace and blessings, love and light.